Hey guys, happy Monday. Oh my goodness gracious. I am super excited this week. I literally cannot tell you. It's so weird because normally they say fall kind of gets gloomy. I live in West Virginia and literally we have all four seasons. So the moment it hit fall, boy, the leaves started turning and it got chilly and rainy and gross today. Which is why you see I have like a sweatshirt type thing on. But something snapped in me today whenever I was on the phone. Actually, it's been going for like the last week and a half. It's been building. And then today, those of you guys that have not listened to today's call, um, I want to encourage you to listen to that recording. I tagged it on the Dream Team under the recordings for the week, but also underneath the leadership call that was at noon Central today. It was with Amber and Chas and Cliff. It was absolutely inspiring, absolutely exactly the energy and spot on to how you're going to move forward in your business. And I literally, you guys, like Amber told a story at the end about her son has been in a lot, like he races motocross. And this is how this is relevant to our business. Okay. So her son has raced motocross for a long time and he has gotten injury after injury after injury. And he was like in a wheelchair and had major, major injuries. He just got invited to this really huge event. I mean, like, in sports, you're at college level and, like there's different level schools, D1, and so forth. And then there's the NFL. Well, this is kind of like up there. And I don't know anything about motocross, so I'm really not, I'm going to destroy telling the story the same way. But anyway, she got this message from somebody today, or message from some guy that has watched him all of his life and so forth, and he was like, that his story, he's going to go all the way. His comeback story, the way that boy keeps on getting knocked down, but when he comes back, he's faster, he's stronger, he's more resilient. And that really spoke to me because, I think sometimes we can feel that when we have setbacks that we are just doomed to fail. Like this is over. It's, it is what it is. But I don't have any quit in me. And it's not just about business. It's literally in life. It's like, okay, like what am I supposed to learn from this? How am I supposed to grow from that? And I've honestly questioned the last few years, while I was doing things that were right for myself and my girls and my family. Boy, did the devil ever come out and was there like hit after hit after hit. And you know what it's taught me? It has taught me beyond the lessons that I ever could have imagined. It has taught me to be thankful and grateful for starting Lavelle 7 years ago. Because had I not, you guys, I would have not been able to leave when I did. I wouldn't have been able to, um, you know, get a rental. I wouldn't have been able to do the stuff that I did. And I wouldn't have been able to be there with my daughters the way that I wanted to. And one of my biggest fears was when my parents divorced. They divorced when I was 10. My daughter was turning 10, right smack dab, right in the middle of the divorce. And one of my worst fears was them feeling like I had abandoned them because I have like some abandonment issues of my own, right? Because when my parents divorced, I really didn't see my mom for like a few years actually. And I moved from place to place like every so many months because my dad didn't pay the bills. And anyways, I like I think that's why I like hold on to things and like I'm super resilient. Like everything's been gone before and I've gotten back up and I've just gone harder. Um and even whenever, I didn't go to college right out of high school, I went to the beauty college and the owner was kind of a jackass and he was like screaming in somebody's face. And I told him to fuck off, just being honest with you guys. Okay. And I thought, oh, now I'm like the beauty school dropout. Right. No, I went to the school closer to home and got my esthetician license and said, screw you. You can let go of my stuff whenever you want to. And then, the moment I graduated, that's when they released my files. Jerks. Anyhow, I started working as an esthetician and I got pregnant and I got fired. Wouldn't you know it? I got fired because I had morning sickness. So what I do, I went back to school. And that's when I went for psychology and I started working in a substance abuse center. And literally the year before graduation, I decided to switch to nurse. And, lo and behold, it's just been like one thing that has led to that next step to where I'm going to be. And I was a nurse and working full time, whenever I started in this industry a decade ago. So every step along the way, and you guys, my first business, I didn't know what I was doing. I had 200 friends on Facebook. Nobody in my upline knew what they were doing. Nobody worked social media. Everybody was like face to face. And yeah, I didn't have time for all that business. So like I needed to work social media around my kids' schedule. I needed to work at like 9 o'clock at night until like 3 o'clock in the morning. Because that's what worked for me. So like I just kept on researching and figuring it out. And it gave me a position to where I built a confidence in myself that, hey, I'm getting customers, I'm signing people, I'm helping people, and it helped me propel. And, it led me to a place that I was able to provide for my dad before he passed away. I was able to rent him a place and pay for his bills and to be by his side all the way to his last breath. The very month he passed, so did my business. It crumbled. I lost my rank for the very first time ever after spending like 15 months straight in the top 150 of that company. Heart shattering. I felt like a failure. And so then not only was I grieving, but my business had just started crumbling. I go back to working at the hospital because I don't know what else to do because my income literally went and I had a lot of bills, a lot of bills, right? And anyways, along came Lavelle, and as much resistance as I put at it, because I got a sample in the mail one time, you guys, and I literally went off on somebody on Facebook because I got a sample in the mail. So I didn't know who sent it. And I was mad. It's like, why are you sending me this? I'm in another company. That's not cool. Seriously. It would have been different if I had asked for it. But like somehow somebody got my address, just sent me a random sample, and I wasn't like, that's not okay. Anyways, after a lot of resistance and a lot of paralyzation, we'll say, when I joined Lavelle, the reason why my story is the way that it is and why I went so quickly to, you don't hear that very often, 9 weeks to 200K, but it's because as much as I needed it to work, so did every single person that joined me. Every single person had a story. And I remember putting every single one of and listen, guys, these weren't people that were like, rock stars or runners or had a business that was like growing or anything. It was people that had followed me, that had gotten to know me over the years, that related to bits and pieces of my story that I shared. Like I had people that related because of a loved one passing, because of, struggles with their kids or, whatever it was in life that I was sharing at the time, being a nurse and trying to just like get by. And that's why I'm sharing this, is because I want you guys to know that every single time that there's been hits, it's like I've come back stronger. And every time I've grown larger and bigger and helped more people. And I want each of you guys, no matter where you're at right now, whether you're a lone man standing, okay? Whether you are a lone man standing, because I'm going to be honest with you. Like I have plenty of team that's working, okay? Plenty of team. Obviously, Jackie's right here, and there's like lots of ladies on. Everybody on here probably, maybe, I don't know. It might be on my team. But here's the thing. I am working like I am the lone man standing. And I am basically saying, who wants to go with me? And if you do, let's go for the ride and let's help a hell of a lot of people. And I am literally strategizing and figuring this out and I'm like, okay, like, don't get me wrong, like, don't get stuck in that learning mode where you are just like reading and doing nothing, because I have been there. And like I told Tim, I said, I spent a lot of time on this Canva document that I've been creating that I sent over to Cliff earlier to review. I think I might be able to show you guys that though, maybe. I don't want to, I'll just pull it up on my phone, so it's like not anything that's like can get taken before I get in trouble for it. I just have to make sure legal wise and everything's good. You know what I mean? But listen, you guys, we are about to be in a really like a explosive growth period. I want you to understand something. The fact that Lavelle is offering these bonuses leading into the end of the year, that means that people are going to have things to lose in the new year. Okay. They don't want to lose them. They want to hold on to them. And a lot of people are not even fighting for them right now. A lot of people are not even realizing why they should be fighting for them right now. And the thing is, guys, every single person that you help, that's providing a Christmas, that's providing electric bill, that's providing groceries, that's providing diapers, that's providing gas for their husband to get back and forth from work because paychecks are just not stretching. And like, that's where my focus is like, I'm like, okay, Amanda, you need to get back to being loud and proud and excited. And, Chaz and Amber were sharing today about being excited. Amber said, like, if you've quit thriving, or somebody, you guys, that you've got a strong testimony from them before, check in on them. Maybe they haven't been thriving, but I bet you they remember what it felt like whenever they started. And I can tell you that I have done a crappy job at sharing that excitement over the last couple years, because it's been very hard. I'm just going to be very honest. I'll have my moments where I'm like, I'm great and I'm doing good with it. And then there's something in me that just stops me right in my tracks. And even though I've been consistent with signing customers and signing promoters and so forth, you are, and I say it all the time, you will only attract what you are. Okay. What you are ready to be at. Like, you are not going to go. And I know Katie Muntz has talked about it. Lots of leaders have talked about it. Like, when she got really close to 200K and then she fell all the way back. Kaylee's talked about, she got like, at one point in time, she was at almost to 80K and then she went all the way back to 12K. All right. And then guess what? She went all the way back up to 200K. And it's resilience, and it's literally saying, I'm going to get back up and I'm going to go for it. And you have to be able to say, there's a reason why you're here. And like I said, Lavelle is literally in a place right now where we are growing. And I'm going to tell you, if people are burnout, a lot of times, you guys, you have to remember why you're doing this. And I can tell you, my why has continued to evolve. It has continued to change. The way I work my business has continued to change. Everything about it. I have been so humbled the last few years by just everything in life, right? I literally will never take a day for granted ever again. And I'll tell you, I don't want anybody to get stuck in like this place where they're like, I don't have any customers, I don't have any promoters, all my team quit. And that's, you guys, listen, you have to get on the offensive side, right? You have to get on the offensive side. My dad used to say that all the time. Like, he was an offensive line coach, and he was like, you don't win on the defense, you win on the offense, because that's where you're heading towards a goal. And I think I said that to you guys before, but I'm just telling you, like, when you offensively, you're doing your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're helping people thrive, you're helping people feel good, you're helping people get their, getting their customers so that they can thrive for free, because you are doing the actions of making the friends. You are doing the actions of talking to people and letting them know what you have. Remember, people don't join what they don't know. They don't. So if you don't have the solution for them right in front of them for them to see, Whether that's the excitement from your results, somebody else's results, whether that's like you're playing with your kids, you're out running, you're getting your health back. Like my entire health journey, like it's not, I'm never have claimed that it's because of Lavelle, but I'm going to tell you what, I was literally in the middle of going to Amber's retreat in Texas, going to a local and a training in Indiana, and then going to Connecticut for another local, and then going home. And when I got to Texas on my very first stop, my feet were the size of Texas. And I had put on so much weight and I was literally miserable. And then we had to walk to a Mexican restaurant and my feet hurt. You know, there were 3 ladies I was meant to be at that retreat. I didn't even know I earned it. I didn't even know I was in the running for it. And Amber messaged me and said, "Hey, you earned a spot on my retreat." I did? Yes. Awesome, right? So I went. Being a go-getter that I am, I want to like soak up all the knowledge. And you know, there were 3 ladies at that retreat that had gone through the surgery that I had been scared of and contemplated, but they had gone through the exact journey and been where I was. And they shared their testimony with me. And literally it changed my perspective on so much. And it opened my eyes. I went home, I made the appointment, and I went to the doctor on my dad's birthday that year. And it took me another year later till I finally had it. And that was like the beginning of a life change in my health, and just so much, right? It's when I really started feeling my supplements, to be honest with you, even more. I mean, I felt them before, but when I was fueling my body the way that it needed to be fueled and not like counteracting it with junk and being like never moving as much as I needed to be, holy moly, I felt the benefits. My hair, my skin, my nails, everything started to be like so much better. I had more energy. I was just all around healthier. And so, you know, that was part of my journey. That was all part of my journey. And just like the ups and downs, the people that come and join and leave and so forth, every bit of it is, guess what, guys? You were a part of their journey, and now they may be flourishing somewhere else or doing something else, but that's okay because that's their journey. You're here and everybody else is here. And you're going to have people that come in your life that you're going to help them at the time that they need it and they want it, and you're going to meet them where they're at. But one thing you can't do and you don't want to do, and boy, I'm a empathetic person, and it's like if somebody's super negative, it's like I'm a fixer. I want to fix everybody. I want to make everybody happy. Okay. And so like if like somebody is like beating themselves down and just super negative, it sucks the energy out of me. And what happens if I don't take the time for myself to like refill, I'm flat. There's like no Amanda. The Amanda you guys see right now does not exist, right? And literally I realized when I did my own self-assessment on myself how I was coming across to others. I mean, yeah, everybody knew I was thriving. People knew that I was like I'm a positive person. I like to share my life and people can know things about me, but I wasn't being intentional with who I wanted to bring on the journey. I wasn't being intentional about where I wanted to help them go or where I was going. And so today, I mean, you can go to my page and you'll see my post this morning was about being unapologetic about I know where I'm going. I know what I can do. I know what's possible. So now it's just figuring out who's coming with me because I'm going here and you can either stay here or, you know, you can go down here. So anyways, Jackie, I know that we are going to load people up today. You guys, this is the 25th, so it's the last auto ship. Listen, if anybody's failed, don't be afraid to like shoot them a message and say, hey, you're drive's not going to be coming. This needs fixed. Some people's cards, like my card expires in like 2 months. So like my card will be expiring. I'll need to change my 3 numbers on the back. And that happens. All right. So don't be afraid to reach out to those people. Also, don't forget to reach out to people before the auto ships run. So in case they want to change something in their auto shipment, in case they want to take advantage of, say this deal that was going on, that would have been a great time for them to grab some free products and free shipping. I mean, yes, I know whatever, but anyhow, you see what I'm saying here. Don't be afraid to do that. And then also, like, we'll get into it a little bit more after Jackie has a second to talk, since I've been talking for so long already. But making sure everybody's qualified and active, and making sure that everybody's thriving for free. Like, that is my number one mission right now, is making sure that everybody is qualified and active, and everybody has their 2 customers. And if they have their 2 customers, then they're probably going to be thriving for free, right? So, yeah, as long as those people ordered with their auto ship or got their auto ship placement, whatever. Anyways, Jackie, I'm going to let you go ahead and talk for just a hot second so I can catch my breath. And also, I need to get a drink.
Month end, you guys. I just had a really amazing week out in Toronto. Okay, so I went for another Thrive and Mingle, and it was very different from normal Thrive and Mingles that we usually do. I did post it on my page on my Instagram. So if you guys go on my Instagram and like the Reels section, you guys can see what we did there. We actually hosted it at a nightclub, you guys. And it's really different because it's not like we can sit there and share stories and stuff, but we did bring banners, we did bring product and stuff. And I always do this thing. I do it at the lifestyle getaways. I do it at the events and stuff that we usually have. And I'll like flip around the camera. I'll go live and I'll ask people like, hey, how did you like it? How's your experience here? For this particular event, I was like, who invited you? And I was like really pumped up, and they got really excited about it. So, having that kind of connection with like the people, they were all non-thrivers, you guys, which is a little bit different. If you guys have any experience doing events for Lavelle, or if you've ever been to an event, sometimes you're going to have events that are very promoter heavy, and sometimes you'll have really talented people who can fill the room with people who are completely non-thrivers. And there's definitely a different kind of like vibe and art to it. So anyways, the one that I was at was one with non-thrivers. So I'm like, literally, I've just been home. I had like a whole like stack of these ballots, you guys, where we pulled all their information, basically phone number, email. We were going to do a draw for a free month. We got all their goals, like what are your goals, energy, weight loss, blah, blah, blah. What is your lifestyle like? And they answered it like right on the spot because they were entering to win a free month. And yeah, so I was just like getting through some of those things, but a really, really busy, productive Monday. And for this kind of thing, like kind of like bouncing off of what Amanda was saying, we can't get stuck in the I can't find a customer, I can't find a promoter, or like my social media is dead or whatever. If something's not working for you, you have to go out and do something different. You have to try different things, right? This is something that I've had a lot of success with. It's not my first time doing it. I probably try to do one event like this at least once a month. Not all of the events turn out like this, right? Some of the events have it's really promoter heavy, and that's the time that you connect. That's the time that you inspire. But then like, if you put me in a room full of a bunch of non-thrivers, I'm like going off about like, this is for energy, this is for gut health. What do you currently take? Damn, we have collagen, we have this, we have that. We have all these things, and we get them excited. And we were at the nightclub, you guys. There was no alcohol out. We were literally taking shots of Blast and Thirst, and they loved it. You guys, like it was crazy. But anyway, so I'm currently recharging from all that. But it is month end, right? So month end is here right now. And this month, if you guys are veterans here, I want to prepare you guys mentally. I'm not somebody who likes to sugarcoat things, and I don't like to at the like next week when we get our paychecks and stuff, people are going to be complaining and saying all this stuff. I'm going to prepare you guys up front. Okay. There is work that needs to be done this week, right? You guys have to go through your reports, get those people qualified and active. And if they don't, because we can't force anybody to do anything, right? We can only deliver the message, and it's up to them to actually take the action, right? For them to get qualified and active, for them to make sure that they have their 2 customers, that they're holding rank, especially if they have volume. Okay. If you guys are veterans and you guys have team that's something like that, if people this month lose rank because they weren't working their business, I'm telling you, this is not your fault. Okay. This is just going to be a realignment where people are going to have to show up. It's exactly what Lavelle wants them to do, right? Hey guys, you've been kind of sitting there with not thriving for free, no customers for like a little bit. This little bit of a realignment is going to readjust everything. Okay. It's going to readjust everything. Trust the process. Okay. Do not worry. In this next couple of months, you guys might see your checks go up. You guys might see, like, it really depends on how the business is built, right? You guys might see some of your promoters fussing and fighting, but they've been fussing and fighting, because they haven't been working their business, right? So just a heads up, some of you guys may not be affected by any of this, and some of you guys might be that person where you're like, crap, I need to find a customer, right? I need to find another customer. Don't panic. Literally just like, get in alignment. Okay, get focused, and kind of like what Amanda was saying, like really intentionally, like how are you helping people? I loved what Amanda said, where she was saying like she wasn't intentional about who she was taking on the journey with her, right? And that happens a lot. We will go online and we'll post, and we'll just post and see whoever wants to join us will join us. But in our hearts, we know, we're like, wait a minute, like whoever wants to join me will join me. But there's people that I want to join me, and I'm not being intentional with them, right? And that is where you're going to find your rock stars there, because those are the people that you actually want to work with. Those are the people that will, like, you'll work more easily with them, rather than just like signing somebody random and then them coming in and falling out, so just a couple of those things. Definitely get into your cloud office. I always encourage people to do it early. If there's something you see and you don't quite understand it yet, like screenshot it, and make sure you guys always, like, if you guys are in a rush and you guys are doing that in the morning, make sure you guys circle back to it by the end of the day, because it's really easy to get caught up and like, oh, I looked at it this morning, but then I forgot to check it when I went to sleep, or something like that. But yeah, all of us have that work to do right now.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, guys, I am going to give you a great tip that I do, and I am currently doing right now. I actually have, well, I can't reach them and everything will fall if I go to grab them right now, but I have my board behind me. Some of you guys have seen it. Some of you guys haven't. I fill it with sticky notes. And anyways, basically, current VIPs. You notice there's not a darn sticky note on there because I don't have anybody in their VIP period. All right. I have my personally enrolled up there. I have my auto elite up there. And yes, it's right behind my bed. Okay. And I literally have everybody that is, I cleared the entire board. So there's nothing on it right now because I said, I'm starting at scratch. I'm starting at scratch because I want people to run with me and meet me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll fill in like little boxes here later, but I wanted to take everybody off of it. Like I was a brand new team. All right. That's what I wanted to come in at. Even though I have team, I wanted to come in like I'm a brand new team. Like I'm a brand new promoter. And even though, yes, I can't hit these ranks, whatever, if I get 4,000 in PV, I'm going to be friggin' busting at the seams excited. So my tip is this. Grab some sticky notes, get a poster board at the dollar store, grab a pack of sticky notes, grab a poster board at the dollar store, put up however many boxes you want to challenge yourself to do, and write down a name in every single one of those sticky notes of somebody that you would love to have on your team. Somebody, like, sit there and literally you can even go on Pinterest and type in something that like will help you like with names or whatever, but just go down through your friends and be like, who do I know that literally loves to get involved in stuff? Who do I know that networks a lot or volunteers a lot? Who do I know that could use some extra energy, that maybe is like running on fuel most of the time? And like sometimes those people are good at hiding it. I was one of those people that was very good at hiding that. But anyways, get a sticky note out, put it on there, and then guess what? Be intentional. Be intentional with interacting with them. They may or may not join your team, you guys, but I cannot tell you how many referrals I have gotten. I have a customer that I ordered a shirt from her. She became a customer of mine. You guys, this lady sends me customers all the time. And every time I have to be like, let me send them your referral link. Because literally she just is like sending off my link nonstop to people. And she's like, no, it's okay. I don't care. And I'm like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. I want you to thrive for free, So it's like, but you will have people that just want to help you and just want to share. So not everybody is going to join you, and that's okay. Not everybody is going to order from you, and that's okay. It's not a wasted friendship. It is a real and genuine friendship. And those relationships, I remember I used to set up at vendor events nonstop, and I would literally make some of the best friends, like literally just walking around talking to people that work at like different types of stuff, and like do crafts and sell different things, and we would just network and we would exchange names and we'd exchange like Facebooks. Back then it was like mainly just Facebook, and like just kind of share what we have and what we do and so forth, right? And a lot of people I met along the way, they've become customers of mine. Maybe they sold makeup or they sold something else, and then they saw me post about detox, for example, or they saw me post about how amazing I felt, like Black Label. Everybody, you guys, literally, like that's right now, capsules and Duo Elite are like the big things that I'm selling. And obviously, I am huge on vanilla lifestyle. Like that's all superior over every other kind of lifestyle mix that we have. So it took me a hot minute, to kind of adjust to Elite, because it does have a slight difference of taste and actually, to me, a little bit difference in texture. But I love it. Like I drank my lifestyle mix this morning, you guys, and literally I had a non-existent appetite all day today. And I was just continuing to move and go along. I had to remind myself, like, hey, Amanda, you need to like get something in you. But it was just, you're going to meet people. So, anyways, get a sticky note, get some sticky notes, get a cardboard paper thingy mabobber, or even get a dry erase board, or whatever, one of those ones that you stick the tabs in, and put some names up there. And it can be customers, it can be promoters, it can be whatever. Just put 100 names if you want to. If you want to do 100, in fact, there's a 100 note sticky note challenge. If you actually like look up oh, Chas. Why can't I think of her name? Do you know the name of who I'm talking? She's under Blair. Oh, why can't I think of her? Anyways, she has done the sticky note challenge before. I'll find it and I'll put it under like the link under the Zoom. And the name's gonna come to me.
Cass
And
says Beth Graves.
yes, Beth. Yes, Beth Graves. If you look her up on YouTube, you will be able to find the sticky note challenge. And then also, I might have posted it before in the team, but if not, I'll share the link, and I'll share on your page too, Chas, just so that it is both places. But the sticky note challenge, you guys, really, really does push you to think about people. And right now, what Jackie is telling you with this season, all right, that we are in right now, okay, there are going to be people that are not happy, that they like didn't pay attention and now they don't have a rank because they didn't have their 2 customers, or they fell behind, or their checks are just not where they're at. And you guys, listen, you have to get honest with yourself. Your checks are going to be a reflection, especially early on, of what you're putting in, and then later on. Okay. It doesn't change. Like, it doesn't matter that I'm a 200K and I have never lost my rank. All right. It does not matter. But I can tell you, I have made way more at the volume that I'm at right now. When my butt was enrolling, when I had personals that were hitting their goals, and this is something very important. I think a lot of us are not like, do not pay enough attention to. You guys, at 4K, all right. If you are not a 4K yet, then just know that you get a 10% check match on your fast start, infinity, like on your downline, okay, for the first 4 levels. And then you get the fast start match accelerator. It'll be 10% if you're not 4K. But if you are 4K and you have 8 qualified and active promoters, now you have to have 2. You have to have 2 qualified and active promoters as a brand promoter to get the 10% on the people like personally enrolled, first 4 levels. All right. That means the people you enroll, they enroll, it goes down by, the levels by who you do. All right. So if you're a brand promoter, you're getting a 10% if you have those 2 qualified and active promoters. However, if you have 8 qualified and active promoters and you are a 4K and up, you can get a 20% fast start match acceleration. That means you're getting 20% on every one of your promoters, like what they are getting. All right. So that's a lot. And then also, this is something too that I noticed that people were missing, because I would see that they only had 4 qualified and active personals whenever I check, like, make sure people have what they need. On your team matching bonuses, you guys literally at the rank of 4K and up. So from 4K and up, you get 20% team matching bonuses. I'm looking at my paper just so I don't mess up anything. If you have 4 qualified and active personals, you get 40%. And this is on your unilevel commission, you guys. Your unilevel commission is a huge chunk of your check. All right. It is a huge chunk of your check. In fact, it's probably most of it. Once you get past like the brand new stage of having a whole bunch of people join like right away and so forth, that's going to be where a lot of the income comes from. 40% if you have 8 qualified and active. So if you are 4K and up and you have 8 qualified and active, you're going to see a huge change in your check. Huge. 40%. That's almost 50%. If I saw 50%, everybody would be like, holy shit. Right? Like when you go to the store and you see buy one, get one 50% off. That's like a hell of a deal. So now imagine your check being one, like times that. That's a big deal. That's a lot of money that's laying on the table. And part of what I've been working on and creating, and we're getting it, by clip. I'll just, what? I'm just going to pull it up and I'll show you guys. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone though. So it's going to be hard to see, but I have every rank on here and I'll show you just through here. I have to get it approved. I showed you guys last week this one. All right. So I'll make sure they're bigger. Hold on. So you can see them. So this was just the example of like the 12, like if you had helped 12 people basically here, right? You have somebody end up going 40K, multiple 12Ks, ends up to be 116,000 in bonuses for you just with the check matching because you didn't qualify for anything else. All right, wrong way. Here we go. All right, so I just put the compensation plan. This is the override. So basically, if you get 3, you need to have 7 people in order for you to hit the 30%. So once this is full, you get 30%. Once this is full, you get 60%. Once this last name's in, you get 100% on all of those rank advancements. Oops, wrong way. This is just your 10 customers that you have to have every month to maintain those rank bonuses. This is the VIP 400, 800, 1600. As you can see, it's literally, you're just adding names so that people aren't getting confused, but they just realize, hey, I need to get one more customer to get this one. And my volume needs to be this. And then I just need to get 2 more customers and 2 more promoters to get this one, right? So it's like literally, I'm like, oh gosh, wrong way.
I love that favorite.
Huh?
That one is my favorite.
Yeah, I'm like obsessed with this. And I really like, honestly, I'm not a graphic designer, so there's going to be flobs in it. And like I said, Cliff is going to take a look at it tomorrow and get back to me. But this is just a brand promoter, just somebody getting started. I want them to thrive for free. These are their customers, right? And then get their samples out, get their customers. Maybe they never decide they want to promote. Sorry, guys, I keep on going backwards. This is 4K with the bonus available. If you notice on this chart, literally I have your 10 customers, your 2 promoters. Now, obviously, why do I have this over here? What did I just tell you guys about those 8 things? If you have 8 qualified and active personals, you get that in the infinity acceleration, plus you get that 40% check matching. That's a lot. And then this is just basically saying that you're qualified and active, and that means you have your 2 customers for your rank. And then that's just your amount that you have to have outside of your heavy leg. And this is one for somebody that's not eligible for the bonus, right? Same thing with 12K. I'm not going to go over every one of these, but I do want to show you something on the 40K one. So if you notice on the 40K one, it has an extra set of boxes. And the reason for that is because this is your auto elite. This is so that you have your 12 customers, your 8 promoters, and your 2 12Ks. So basically this is to set you up, and this also sets you up for the maximum amount of payout. And it goes on, and I did it for every rank. And you guys, like I said, it's not perfect. You could see this is the one I'm working on. Fun, fun, fun. I like crazy charts. And then this is the 1 mil VIP, which is my goal, right? That's ultimate. And then you notice, get people samples. So anyways, there's a lot of things. And I want you guys to know this. I cannot help people that don't want it. So I want to match energies. I want to help people, and I want to be excited. And I know that in order to do that, I have to get consistent. So I am right now I'm using this time where I don't have my messenger constantly like exploding. Like you guys, it's on, to be honest with you, I'll reach out and I'll ask the people if they want to be on the call or they want to do this, and I won't get an answer, or they can't, and so forth, right? I get it. I'm busy too sometimes and can't be on. But I want, and some people are just burnout. And listen, I will not, and I never have, I will never, ever, ever harp on somebody to work their business. That is their business. That is not mine. Okay. I will encourage them. I will believe in them, and I will be there to help guide them, support them, and give them ideas, but I cannot do that for them. Right. I can help their team. If their team wants to work, I'll help them. If if you are on my downline, you will notice, I just sent the chat like right before this call. I am sending out now every Monday. Sorry, it was supposed to go out earlier, but I obviously didn't know what I was doing. I just figured out how to do it, to be honest. I didn't realize I like really even could. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I did a long time ago. But I am sending out a leader update every single week. And I'm going to send it out on Monday mornings, and it's going to include all the Zooms, all the calls, any promo codes. You guys, right now, there's a promo code out for like 15% off. Oh, very important. Tomorrow night at midnight, end of the this fall bonus. I can't think of what it's called right now. But anyways, you guys, $500 and $500 in credits. $1,000. Like if you can get 1,000 in PPA. So listen, that is literally at 6 Thrive Elite customers, or you take advantage of, getting over 200, and you're helping somebody get a free bottle of Balance, and they're getting free shipping, and they also are getting credits, right? And then if they go over 400, it's like, I don't even know, what is it? Sculpt, Balance, free shipping. Is it 100 in credits? Yes. I don't know. I'm not looking at myself right now. But listen, if you literally help 2 people go 400 with 400, okay, thank you. My brain's going 100 miles per hour if you can't tell. If you help 2 people get started with a 400 pack and 1 person gets started with a 200 pack, that's your PPA. That's 1,000. You've got 500 credits to spend, a $500 check on payout. Plus, you got fast start bonuses. So not really 500. You're actually getting 80 and 80, and then 30, right? So what? Like that's a lot of money. That's an extra $190. So just in fast starts, that's 5,690. A lot of bills can be paid with that, right? So start thinking about things like that. And you're literally, when you start saying that out loud and you're like, I want to help somebody pay their electric bill. How can we do that? How can I help you have enough money? This person is stressing. They don't have gas week to week. Okay. What are you able to do? Right? You guys, I'm going to tell you, you want to make sure you are making friends. You are growing your network. You are interacting with your network. People do not see your post half the time. How many of you guys log on to Facebook and literally see ads? See ads. Okay, so if you do that, then hit the little three buttons and say hide. Okay. Show, and it'll say like show less or whatever because it's not relevant. You don't want to see it. So anytime you see that, just start hitting those three buttons and irrelevant. Okay, now you've got negative Nancy Nelly over here. Okay, snooze for 30 days. You've got somebody who you love, but they're just like maybe not talking the great for your own mindset right now. Snooze for 30 days. You are in growing season. If you take now to grow, I remember my first business, you guys, my very first year that I started, it was in the fall of 2013. My company that I was with, they went through a computer change and an upgrade on their website, and none of our links worked. None. Not only did none of our links work, so people couldn't even like I couldn't even log in and sign somebody up. Right. So it was all paper and pencil. I was like getting all these orders. I was still talking to people and I was still signing customers. I just put their order in after our systems came back up, but everybody else tuned out. That's when I was promoting. I was hitting rank bonuses. Like I was literally promoting through, and I remember I finished up and I was like at like the emerald rank, which was like right below like where 12K kind of is. And I went to my conference and they offered these bonuses and it was like holy moly. I was like I had people that wanted to run with me and run with them, and you guys, we hit three of them back to back bonuses. And not only me, but like multiple people on my team did as well, because we had been growing during a season when other people were like checking out. And listen, you don't need to have a whole bunch of people. You just need to have you as a starting place and who you're going to help. So making friends, yes, we all know people say we can join groups. You guys, listen, if you like to get on video, get on video. Just start talking about what it is that you love, you are doing. Throw in some Thrive there. I just messaged Alex and Krista a little bit ago, and I said, all right, let's start a weekly online event again. Let's just bring it back. All right. Bring it back to life for the dream team. Why? Because it's a need. People need to see our faces. They need to see those lives popping up because we don't see that anymore. So guess what? When you don't see something, if you want to see it, you got to do it. Right. And I know Jackie's really good about doing that. And I know we have Zooms and stuff, but you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are lazy and they're not going to get onto something extra. But if they're already on Facebook and they see you pop up, they're more likely to click and watch. And also, like, I'm going to challenge myself to start pushing to go live on TikTok. I've been saying that for a very long time, but I haven't. And I keep on saying, what's holding myself back? And I don't know. I didn't know. But like I said, today I decided I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. And I'm going to be unapologetic. And I told Chas this, but I'm going to tell you guys this. Literally, I picked my daughter up, and this, my motivational quote thing that I have on my phone went off. I don't ever look at my notifications because I have a bazillion. If you want proof, I'll show you. Look, look at all these notifications. They go on for days, right? You can tell I never clean them out. I told you. Anyways, so that goes off and boom, wouldn't you know? This is the quote. You can't read it. I'll read it. You've outgrown the version of you that needed to survive, but the bullshit is over. It's time to become the version of you that's here to thrive. Well, if that's not confirmation, I don't know what is, because that definitely is confirmation. Like right place, right time. And I know what needs to be done. I just need to do it. And I need to help other people do it and stay focused on what it is we're here to do. And that's to help people, right? It's to help people get it what they want. And you guys, people can't know what you have that can help them solve a problem if you don't tell them. So you have to find a way that's going to be comfortable for you. And yes, you're going to have to get a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not telling anybody on here that you have to go live or that you have to, be this person that you're not. No, no, no. I want you to be you. You're going to grow into the person you're meant to be along the way. Where your starting point is not where your ending point's going to be. But you have to know what the roadmap wants, what you want the roadmap to look like, right? It's kind of like a plan without a goal is just a wish, but a goal with a plan, you're more likely to get there. And once you have that playlist down, you're like, okay, I'm getting started. Here I am. I want every single person that has like no team really working, or maybe you have one or two people. I want you to just put yourself as a brand promoter right now. I don't care what your rank is. Put yourself as a brand promoter. Okay. And then you're going to say, okay, my first goal is 200 in PV. You're just even if you already have 200 PV, I don't care. Start there. That's your first goal. Now get, your 2 customers will help you get that 200 in PV. Now you're thriving for free. Work yourself like you're working through your VIPs. In fact, set that VIP 400, VIP 800, VIP 1600. Set those as your goals and the action steps it's going to take to get there. So it's like, okay, did I interact today? Did I interact with like people that I know have shown interest? And if you haven't, you're not allowed to scroll. It's like my daughter. I used to do like 15-minute intervals with her, right? Where we would focus on homework and then I'd let her go play and run because her attention span is like mine. That's why I talk so much, because if I don't get it out, I'll forget. But once I stop, it's like, yeah, that's why you always see me write little squiggly notes, because when Jackie's talking, I'm like, oh, sticky note. Oh, just I got to remember what it was I wanted to talk about. But really, if you take 15-minute intervals and you work your business, like literally, okay, oh my gosh, I've got a load of clothes to do. I've got dishes to wash. I've got, X, Y, and Z to do. Okay, great. You guys, literally, I will interact and then I'll go wash the dishes and then I'll come back and I'll reply to messages. And then I'll go and I'll start a load of laundry, or I'll go clean my bathtub, or I'll go pick up one of my kids. And then I'm like thinking while I'm going down the road, okay, I've got this to do and this to do. And you know what I started doing? I started voice memoing notes. And I just turned on the little thing for it to, whenever I give my phone instructions, and you can TikTok how to figure out how to do that, because I'm not going to explain it right. But literally, I just tell my phone I even tell my phone next. Okay. Like, so I can watch TikToks without having to touch my screen. Next. And I can also press like by saying like, follow. Literally, seriously. So you guys, because I don't want to teach my kids to be on their phone in the car. So like, if you probably get messages from me and they sound crazy sometimes, and I say, I'm sorry, I said that voice to text. That's why. All right. So get on and do 15-minute intervals. And I'm going to tell you, you are going to start to grow. You are going to start to see your post. All right. So every day, make sure you're being intentional. Maybe today you focus on, who you're going to help with more energy. And maybe you even pick a day. You guys, did you know? Listen, I just found this out today and I have got to share this. I told Chat GBT. All right. Listen, this AI business is taking off and I am all about learning it, but I'm not all about trying to just like suck into it, and I will. So I've been learning it in little bits and pieces, learning little tips from it, right? Listen, Chat GBT today, I asked it, here's what I asked it to do. History. I said, where's it at? It was create today. Where's it at? Okay, never mind. I put it in I sent it to my notes. So let me tell you. Here, certainly, step by step. I asked for to do a step-by-step guide enhancing reach engagement on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Wouldn't you know, this darn thing gave me all the instructions I needed. I said, I'll be darned. So if I just go and I do exactly what it's telling me to do, my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook are going to start to grow. Yes, it will. I just have to be consistent in what it's telling me I need to do, which is get focused on what it is that I'm sharing. You always need to know that. And I'm not talking about just your product. Like, who are you? What are you about? Are you somebody that likes to inspire people? Are you somebody that likes to educate people? Are you like somebody that likes to teach people stuff? Are you somebody that just doesn't like people? Because listen, it's okay. It's all right if you're that person too. Because sometimes, we get peopled out. I get peopled out sometimes. So I get it. But you want to make sure, like, hey, if it's telling you that high quality visuals, like I know that I hit today, I always watch videos to learn. And I noticed that some people's videos were very crisp and clear. And I was like, okay, so like I'm never going to be a photographer, but that's eye catching. Like that caught my attention. I want to know how to do that. So I have a note in my phone. My daughter thought I was crazy because I was like, notes. And I was like, look up better quality TikTok, literally, so that I would know to go back later. And I saved the video so that I could go back and watch the instructions on how to do it and so forth. But like go and do those things and you're going to see absolutely something start to change, and you're going to start to see that you're being intentional with all of a sudden that person that was on your chicken list that you were afraid to reach out to is now reaching out to you because you have been showing up on their news feed because you've actually been interacting on their post, but also mutual friends of yours post, because you guys have mutuals. Maybe it's people that you went to school with, maybe it's people, whatever. But they're starting to see your face more. So they're starting to see your posts more. And now you're actually sharing something that they're kind of interested in, but they're watching you like a hawk, but they're not reaching out yet because they don't want to admit they want to reach out. And people are skeptical by nature. How many of you guys literally drive by something or look at something a million times before you actually ever buy it? A lot of us do, right? Most of us do. We don't like just buy a house most of the time with just looking at it. We go and like we want to go search and we want to find exactly what it is that we want. We want to make sure that what we are spending our money on is quality and it's going to be worth it and it's going to get us what we want. People are tight on their budgets right now. You guys, one of the very first questions when I'm having a conversation with somebody is, first off, when they reach out to me, hey, Amanda, what's this all about? I say, whoa. I was like, what are you wanting? Like literally, I'm like, what are you wanting to get from it? I was like, are you talking about the energy? Like, are you looking for weight loss? Like, what are you exactly looking for? Because that's kind of a broad thing. Like, what's this all about? And I'm like, I, it doesn't matter, you guys. You can have it in big red bold letters, and somebody is still going to ask you the exact big red bold letters. Okay, it doesn't matter. So literally, like somebody tells me I want more energy, but I'm really on a tight budget, right? And I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, you know what? We might start off with a sample, or I'm like, okay, so when you say tight budget, what are we working with here? Because here's the thing, I've got credits and I'm going to meet them somewhere. But first, before I tell them what it is that I have, I'm going to find out where they are. Where is their range, right? And then I can be like, I can narrow it down to exactly what it is that they want. They want more energy. They want weight loss. They want this and that, whatever. And I'm going to kind of fit something. I'm going to give them like 3 options: a good, better, and best. I know you guys have probably heard that before, but like using feel, felt, found, and good, better, and best, you guys can just keep that saved. Those type of things when having conversations with people, and then making sure before I end the conversation, ask them, when are you wanting to place this order? Right. I know that, yes, if they tell me or the conversation goes, let's get this, go ahead and ordered. Yes, that's great. But most of the time people are not going to order right the second that they message you, unless they are ready, because you have like different levels of people's readiness of ordering. So whenever I'm talking to them, I make sure before I end that conversation that I basically have my follow-up plan. It's like they're telling me they want to order next Friday. So I am writing next Thursday that so-and-so wants to order on Friday. So anyways, I want you guys to know that if you get in your cloud office and you literally keep it simple, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay, you start doing that every single day, get some kind of sticky note challenge going on. I don't care if you do it in a notebook. You just need to do it somewhere that you're going to see it and you see the names, okay? Because when you see that, and it is literally, and then also, if you don't have a vision board, if you don't have a goal list, a vision list, whatever, I want to challenge each and every one of you to get one, build one, make one, and literally put something on there for you and your family. If you have like, if you're married, put something on there for you and your spouse, have them put something on there. And then also, you guys, your family time needs to be your family time. Okay. I am a very big boundary person these days. And you know what? When my phone gets turned off, I don't feel a bit guilty if I don't reply to somebody. Not at all. I'll respond to them tomorrow morning whenever I am ready to go. And because when you work from home, you have to have that, or else you literally listen, if you are always going to have periods that you are running, all right? And that's the periods of time where you are telling your family, like, listen, this is where we're going to compromise and this is where I'm going to be able to have to do, but you're working, right? Like it's like you've left the building, you're at work. And that's how you have to be when you're in that group. And I'm telling you this sincerely because when my kid has a ball game, buddy, my phone's down. All right. It's down. However, if they're not playing, I have no problem responding to somebody. But that's how I used to do things. But I also lived a period of time, I'm going to be honest, where I did not come up for my phone. And my daughters let me know all about it. And so did some of my friends. And then I hit all these goals, but I had all these people mad at me and hurt. And I didn't like that feeling. So I had to learn when I joined Lavelle, okay, that I was never going to do that again. I was going to work my business and I'm going to run. I'm going to communicate with my family what my goals are. I'm going to make sure my family has their goals up there too. And then we're going to set a challenge. My husband knows my goals, and you know what, you guys, he challenges me and literally he listened to Amber and Chas's call earlier, you guys, for me whenever he got home because I really wanted him to see and hear why I was so excited and why I was like bouncing off the walls while I was making dinner and why I said all the things that I've told you guys tonight because I wanted him to hear, I wanted him to just feel it because I felt it. And if you listen and you take the time when you're driving down the road before you go to bed, whenever you are in a clear space that you are ready to hear it, you guys need to listen to that call. It takes 30 minutes roughly. And I'm telling you, you're going to have a very good heart place and your mind is going to be in a very good place. Hold on. There's something else I wanted to cover tonight before we got off here. There's something else. Jackie. Oh, so we've got this promo, making sure the thriving for free, making sure I kind of went over all of that. There's something else. Jackie, what else was it? And I told you guys to put something over here. So find where you're going to be most consistent at. If it's TikTok, it's TikTok. If it's Instagram, it's Instagram. Do not look at anybody else, you guys. Focus on if you are starting to get the interaction, right? You're not going to get likes and love and comments if you are not giving likes, loves, and comments. All right. And making sure that you're spending your time. I know you love your thrivers, but no, guys, you need to congratulate and then move on. Okay. Like you need to be spending more time talking to people that are not thriving yet. And literally, I promise you, it's going to be absolutely incredible. I don't think anybody really put any here. Protect your energy. I'm so glad you said that. Yes, I want you guys to know that here's the thing. I say it to my daughter all the time. Yes, my 13-year-old, she is doing quotes. Okay. She's getting quotes from people in school. And I said, why don't we do this? Why don't, I'm like, well, we can make something for your 8th grade class before you guys go off to high school. She's got like 50 people and like, I don't know, she goes to a real small school and she's going to be like overwhelmed next year. But she's real cute and she's real artistic. And I'm like, we could make something and everybody could like sign their quote or whatever on it. And she was just like, I don't know, mom. But anyways, I said, Leah, let me tell you something. And I was telling her about Chas and Amber's call this afternoon. And I was just like, Mommy was very lucky that I had my dad made me believe like if I wanted to be president of the United States, I could be president of the United States. But I had to work for it. I had to earn it, but I could do it, right? If somebody else could accomplish it, so could I if I was willing to do what it took to get to where that person is. And I want my daughters to always know that. And I want them to never allow somebody else's words to change what they see in the mirror. And that kind of got started because we were talking about inverted and so forth, the way, you show up on camera. Anyways, I said, I don't care what anybody ever tells you. You better know you are beautiful. And she says, I know I am, Mom, but not in that conceited way. I don't like when people say, and this is going to be one straight out of Chass's book that I say, okay? But she said, I don't like it whenever I compliment somebody and they say, I know. She's like, it just kind of comes across arrogant, Mom. And I said, you know what you say when somebody gives you a compliment? Thank you. And you guys, I used to not necessarily say thank you. I used to make excuses why it wasn't good enough or why it wasn't this or it wasn't that. Well, thank you so much. Or, yeah, so and so. Chass is the first. I literally, you stick out in my head, Chass, because I can't tell you how many times I've heard her say it on Zooms, in person. And she says, just say thank you. That person's paying you a compliment for a reason. Take it. And take it because you earned it. And honestly, you guys, I want you to get yourself in a place that you know what you're doing, you know who you are, and nobody else can mess with your mindset. It doesn't matter if this person over here is telling you you can't do it. That person over here goes on snooze, and they should want better for you, and they should want to see you happy regardless of whether they are your customer, they are your promoter, whatever. People are going to have judgments. People are going to have opinions. All right. Most of my friends are not, they don't even, most of my good, great friends, like now, I think I have 3 of them that are my customers that actually consistently order. The rest like random orders and here and there and so forth. But none of them say anything bad about me. But you better believe I came across that in the beginning because they didn't take me serious until they did. And it is a absolute game changer. Yes, receive exactly what Chas said. Just receive, just be the receiver, you guys. And then guess what? Pay it forward. All right. Is there anything else that anybody else has tonight? Jackie, because I've just been Chatterbox Amanda over here. You can always tell when I'm fired up because I'm like, get your list together, get your game plan together, and then make the decision on what you guys are going to make happen. But finish this month strong, and then it's a clean slate on, the first as well. She's like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just really focus on month end. Focus on month end early because we have a little bit more duties, right, to cross our T's and dot our I's than usual. And just be prepared for the beginning of the month, right? For, some people that maybe they miss the mark for whatever reason, they have to take accountability for it. Even if you guys get too busy and you don't get to reach out to some of your promoters, you guys, like it's still not your fault, right? Do what you can. Like literally do what you can because it's a new thing. It's going to be an adjustment period, but it will when it realigns, it's going to be amazing for everybody, right? It's just yeah, it will be.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. And you guys listen, there's going to be people, and this happened, I don't know, it was during the first rank, like part of the year. I reached out to somebody that was really close to 40K, and they had been 40K before. They were 80K. They were 200K at one time. And I reached out to them because they only had 2 legs. And then they ended up with 3, but they missed the rank advancement like they would have because they hadn't been at that rank for more than 6 months. They would have qualified for the rank advancement. They didn't read my message till 5 days after. Like I messaged them literally like the 25th, like when the 25th happened. I looked at numbers and then I reached out because I'm like, that way you give yourself a couple of days. Remember, we have 30 days in this month. So today was a full day. Now you've got 5 full days. You've got the 26th all day, the 27th all day, the 28th all day, the 29th all day, and the 30th all day. So technically, yeah, 5 full days left, and then the rest of tonight of the month. That's if you do $400 in volume a day, that's 2,000, in volume. Or I'm just doing the math. Like that's literally halfway to 4K. If you just focused on that, isn't that a wild perspective to look at? Like I love looking at things like that. Anyways, everybody have an amazing night. I will get this recording up ASAP. And you guys, just know that there are people that are here to support you, believe in you, and want to see you winning and cheering you on, and want you even to be on these calls with us and giving this master awesome tips. All right. So if you're one of those people that like to share, come on, help us. And anyways, everybody have a good night. Love ya. Mwah.